Are we there yet? Good morning, one and all. Welcome to the first edition of the Monday Marathon Memoirs. As you may have seen from the thumbnail, it's one of 12. I have now started my 12-week training plan towards Manchester Marathon in April. I'm just checking I'm sitting on the seat, correct height and getting all the framing. Yes, you heard right. I've just started the 12-week marathon training plan, and the purpose of these weekly videos, which will come out each and every Monday, it's being recorded lunchtime Monday. It's Monday the 29th of January, recording at lunchtime, and it's to go through what I've done in the past week training, because a lot of you have been asking to go through what my training plan is each and every week in my build up to the marathon. So you can watch this not only now in the build up to the 2024 Manchester Marathon this April, but you can keep coming back and watching it time and time again in future marathons in years to come, because people are going to be running marathons for infinity. So I like to produce content that is original and educational and maybe even a bit of entertainment, yeah? Because I do love to entertain, which, speaking of entertaining, thank you all so much for the comments on my previous video, the Jiggy Jog, which is 2024, the year of the Jiggy Jog. And my training plan does involve a lot of jiggy jogging. Yeah, and I'll talk more about that as we go through. I will also tell you towards the end which plan I am following. I am following a plan out of a book. Yes, I know that I am adapting it as I go along. So I'll go through the training plan, thoughts of each session. Started that now, but obviously I have been, before I started this, if you've been watching my channel for many weeks, years, months, however long, you will know that I completed 2023 on a massive high, coming back from double Achilles tendinopathy injury in July of last year, coming back, and then in December winning GB Masters Road Championship 10-mile race. Yeah, I got the gold medal, which totally surprised me. I may produce one of these videos where I was totally shocked, and I was genuinely totally shocked, but these things happen. So since then I've been recovering and slowly building up. So starting one of these 16-week plans, 20-week plans was just so off. It weren't going to happen. And also for me, in terms of my age, and a lot of you, I wouldn't say elderly guys and gals watching, but I think you know the gist of it. Once we get into our 40s, 50s, 60s, which I'm in now, 70s, 80s, recovery is key. So I'll be talking a lot about that to ensure that we recover correctly. And speaking of recovery, yesterday, and then a video will be coming out, yesterday I had the Boddington 10, so another 10-mile race. So it was quite ironic that I finished one of my first ever 10-mile race in December, and here I am running yesterday. I was running another 10-mile race, but I was running that at marathon pace. But I'll talk more about that in the plan as I go through each day. And so I'm sticking to the same plan that I had this time last year, because in my opinion, it worked for me. And if it works, we learn from what works and we add to that and look to improve or not change, because for me, it did work. I ran a 3:02 and however many seconds last year at Manchester Marathon, and there's no reason why. And a lot of you have commented on my social media. If you follow me on social media, Poet with Pace on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's all there. You all believe I can run a sub-3 marathon for the first time ever in my life. Yeah, in my life. I'll be near on 63, because by May I'll be 63. So April, not quite 63, 62 and 11 months. And will I be able to run my fastest? You all believe I can. I believe I can. So I'm going to do that training to do that. And as it worked last year, I'm sticking with that. So I'm very much of the opinion we not only learn from our mistakes, we learn on what works. And if it works, we keep doing the same thing. Why change something that keeps working? Yeah, unless you're a government or something. Oh, sorry. We don't want to get political now, do we? Yeah, where we keep changing things just to change things. Yeah, so it might be good for content, social media content. It may be good for kudos on Strava, but I'm very much old school. If it works, keep doing the same thing. Don't change it. Yeah. So as I look at my notes, right, We start on the plan. Let me grab my plan, yeah, so I can read it to you what I went through. Let's see, I've even printed it off because, you know, again, old school instead of keeping it digital. So for me, Monday through to Sunday, it's pretty much the same, and the mileage does build up week on week. So bearing in mind, this is week 1. So it's pretty easy, steady stuff. And the first day of the 12-week training plan started with rest or cross training. Now, it is so important, rest or cross training. For me, some of the days I will go to the gym now. I've started doing some strength training. I've got some lovely orange shoes from Adidas. I do love them. Had them on 50% discount, so I couldn't resist getting them. Proper gym shoes. I also have a nice Nike tracksuit that works really well for me. So it's all colour coordinated. I feel good. I love the gym that I go to, and I just get on with it. I do about 40 odd minutes in the gym, going through various workouts, and in future videos, if you want me to explain what those workouts are in the gym, I'll go through it. Nothing too strenuous or hard, and you can do these at home as well. But for me, I just like the break away from here in my home and doing it at a different location where I can focus on the moment on there. So Monday, rest or cross training. For me, it was cross training. Tuesday, and you would know, a general aerobic session, so not jiggy jog, mildly above jiggy jog, for about 13k, along with strides at the end of that. Strides is so essential to help with form. So it's something about 100 odd meters, so you slowly build up to a pace, high knees, arms swinging, and then slow it back down. Really helps with running form. Then we moved on to Wednesday, rest or cross training again, yeah, see? So 3 days into my training plan, and only one of those days was running. So for me, I went to the gym again. Yeah, I do enjoy my gym. Thursday, another easy general aerobic session, about 14k this time. It may have been a little less, depending on how I felt on that day, but that was again above jiggy jog, but still keeping it within aerobic session. Then we moved on to Friday, rest or cross training. I took a complete rest. So I was out for that day. I think I may have even been around the Malverns, so not walking too much, but it was a general sort of easy day. No gym, no running, super easy. Saturday, we know what Saturday is. So it had it down for a jiggy jog, yeah? Easy recovery run. So that was a jiggy jog day for me. 8 kilometers. So I literally just jogged over to the park run, jogged a park run, and you'll see the video coming out in later this week, and then jogged back. Yeah, I think it may have been more than the 8 kilometers, but it was thereabouts. Then it came to long run day. Yes, now for me, obviously I am doing a more advanced training, so you don't need to copy this. And yeah, in fact, I would recommend stick to the jiggy jog for a long slow run. But for me on that day, yesterday, it was down for 21 kilometers. Yeah. Now I had the Boddington 10 mile. Do your maths, that's only 16 kilometers. So I basically had to do a 5k sort of jiggy jog beforehand, warm up. And then it mentioned that 8 miles should be a marathon pace effort, which I sort of did. So when the race started, and again, there'll be a video showing the full race, hopefully the new kits that you would have seen me publish on the community page, my GoPro Hero 11 recorded the whole of that race because I did love it. So super flat, super fast. Get it in your diary for next year, the Boddington 10. Now the plan was, let's say, to run 2 miles easy and then the last 8 miles at marathon pace. Well, me being me, I ran the first first mile-ish, you know, sort of easy pace for me. And then I immediately picked up at marathon pace and started working my way through the field because people obviously are passing me because I'm going easy. And then I pick up to my pace and slowly going round. But as it was a 4-lap course, the final lap, I did feel really good. And I thought, let's just give it a go. Now, I didn't go all out guns blazing because I'm running to marathon effort. So I programmed my watch to the heart rate effort that I believe it is at that time, not what I want it to be. Does that make sense? So for me, I think sometimes people get injured where they want to be running a certain pace at marathon time, which could be 12 weeks, 16 weeks hence, and they're doing it far too soon. So for me, I'm doing my effort that I believe at that time. So I'm using the heart rate monitor and it's bleeping at me if it's going too high or too low. So I'm keeping it within a particular zone. The final lap, I did pick up the pace a bit and the heart rate did go over that. And I felt good and I just wanted to finish with a bit of a strong finish. And I did. What time I finished in? Well, you're going to have to watch the Boddington 10 video for that. But I did feel really good. And surprise to me that I found that there was... That particular race was the Gloucestershire County AAA league race. So they have a league in lots of counties, inter-club racing. So there's lots of top club runners in there, which explained why some people were flying off. And I had about 10 people lap me. Yes, I know. One guy lapped me during the second lap. That's how fast he was, yeah. Although he did finish, I think it's 51 minutes. So yeah, super fast. So that was my week of training completed. Repeating it. So Monday, rest or cross training. For me, it was cross training. Tuesday, general aerobic with strides. Wednesday, rest or cross training again. Cross training for me. Thursday, general aerobic session. Friday, I did have a rest from running or cross training. Saturday, jiggy jog day, park run included. And then Sunday was some long, slow run, but with marathon pace thrown in. And as I said, thrown in marathon pace, for me, it's more an advanced stage. When I was a beginner, I didn't do any marathon-paced training because I just wanted to finish a marathon. So as I was saying, I do adapt this plan as I go along and how I feel. When I woke up this morning, I didn't feel good at all. I was aching all over and one of my knees was really painful. And I thought, this is not a good sign. So I was very slow in getting out of bed, getting up. Maybe it's an old age thing. Maybe I was going too hard in yesterday's run, because to be honest, yesterday was the first time I'd done obviously marathon effort and a bit higher than in over a month. So the body needs to adapt. Was it a bit too much too soon? I don't know. But the good news is, by the time I finished my gym session this morning, whoops, I've gone into the second week's training. I'll tell you more next week. I felt fine and the knee pain has gone, and maybe it was just an early morning thing. Who knows? The key thing is I adapt as I go along. So you want to know what plan I'm using, what am I following, what book. I did mention it in this time last year, the book that I've been using, and it really does work. And it's Advanced Marathoning 2nd edition by Pete Feisinger and Scott Douglas. Yeah, I'll leave a link in the description where you can buy it off Amazon if you want and have a read of that. I've found the plans in there super good. I am following the lowest mileage plan and the shortest time that I can do it in. So there are 16-week plans. I think it's 20-week plans. There's high mileage ones. If you want to do 100 miles a week, 120 miles a week, carry on. Personally, I feel no need to do that, especially in my 60s. I think if I started doing 100 miles a week, I would fall apart and never get to the start of the race. And we don't want to do that, do we? Because for me, the goal for me, and I'm sure the goal for a lot of you guys, is get to the start of the race fresh, strong and ready to go and enjoy the race. Yeah, not arrive there half broken, exhausted, tired and wanting to finish the race as quick as we can because it's hurting so much. I don't do that. Yeah, does that sound boring? I only do boring here. In the coming weeks, I will share with you more about what I do in terms of the footwear that I use. As I mentioned, I do have specific footwear for the gym, and also some of the hints and tips as I progress and go along with that. And often it's the little things that make a big difference, and believe me, it's these little things that really do help. But we've got to get the basics right. If we haven't got 90% of our basics right, all the little things that make a big difference may not make that much of a difference. Yeah, but hopefully they will. All I can say is thank you so much for watching to the very end of this. I look forward to sharing with you week 2 of our Marathon Monday Memoirs. Or is it Monday Marathon Memoirs? Leave in the comments below if you think it's the right way around. But hey, it's only words. It's me talking to the camera, having a good time and sharing what I enjoy, which is the whole point of the Jiggy Jog video. So take care everybody and keep an eye out for the Boddington 10 video and also the Jiggy Jog park run that I done this weekend. It's been a busy weekend, but hey, maybe that's why I'm tired, aching, sore, and that knee was hurting maybe this morning. But it's all gone. I feel good and I'm ready to go, and I hope you feel good and you're ready to go also. Take care, everybody. Bye 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 bye.
Back when I first moved here, I was told it was called the Church of the Runners.
Okay.
And it's the Church of the Runners.
What, McDonald's?
Yeah, where runners go to, because a lot of the long runs are along the river. And if you're feeling a bit peckish hungry, you just go in there, have a quick McD and then carry on.
Okay.
But so it's become a bit of a thing, the Church of the Runners.
You pacing any events this year?
We'll see. Hopefully, Great North Run.
Oh yeah.
Or Birmingham I'm racing this time, so no pace in there. Maybe Bristol 10k. Maybe.